Hi guys, and welcome to simplekidscrafts.com. I'm Merve, and on today's video I'm going to show you how to make these miniature colorful babies which are inspired by babies called Ksi-Meritos, and I'm making my own version of them, smaller version with a little bit of a different body. I wanted to make these because they were highly requested in my Spanish channel called Manualidadesconninos, and I have two channels additional to this one in Turkish and one in Spanish. If you haven't seen them, you are more than welcome to look at them. And I'm going to be using polymer clay for this, and the polymer clay that I bought from banggood.com. I'll be leaving you a link for that down below. For starters, we're going to make a ball, and that will be the head of our little doll. And for the body, I'll be using about half of the amount that I'm going to be using for the actual doll's head. And then I'm going to press it, making it into a little belly. And I'll be making several of these at the same time, so I'm going to be making the heads and the bellies for all of them. As you can see, I'm using different colors. Usually these dolls come in pastel colors, and then after you bake them a little, they will get a little bit more color. I'm going to put the head and the belly together. And now I'm going to work on making the arms. And for the arms, I'm going to make them a little bit longer than the arms on the original doll, because I want them to be able to grab their little pacifier or grab their bottles. And so I'm going to make the arms a little bit longer. I'm going to make one for one side and the other for the other side. And I'm going to flex the hands a little bit so that they will have a shape to them. Again, we will use the same method to make the actual legs. And for both the hands and the legs, I'm using about 1/2 of the original clay that I used for the belly. So that's for you guys to know as a reference. And I'm going to be making the legs. I'm attaching the legs now to the two sides of the body. And then they actually have an outie for a belly button. So I'm going to take a little bit of clay and I am going to attach it right in the middle of the belly for the belly button. So I'm going to make a hole where the mouth will be, and I'm going to open that wide because I want them to be able to have the bottle as well. And for the head, I'm going to be making a hole all the way at the top of the head for the boys and on the sides for the girls. And the reason why I'm making the holes is because this is where the hair will be going. We will be putting a little bit of hair at the top, and we're also going to be putting a little bit of hair on the sides. So I'm going to be making holes on each side of the head of my doll here, and she will be a girl, and the first one that I made will be a boy. Now we're going to make a little tooth using white polymer clay, and we position that, and that's it. I'm going to be baking these in the oven. So after they're all done, all I have to do is to grab my little babies and put them in an oven safe container and start baking them. These are going to bake in the oven for 215 degrees Fahrenheit or 102 degrees Celsius for about 15 minutes. So this is really easy to do. If you don't have polymer clay, you can also use cold porcelain, and I'll be leaving you the recipe for that down below as well. Now for the hair, I'm going to be using this hair, which cost me about 50 US cents. I bought it here in Turkey. It was from one of those ponytail things that you use as a hair accessory. So I'm going to be using this glue, which is a glue stick, and I'm going to be bunching the hair together at the tip. And then I'm going to be using regular glue, and this is silicone based glue, and I am going to put a little bit of it at the tip. And then I'm going to put that in the holes that I made earlier for the doll. After that, I'm going to cut it to the size that I want to have for the doll, and I'm going to show you how to style it a little bit later. For the eyes, I'm using these decal stickers for eyes, which I also got from banggood.com. You can also paint the eyes if you want to, or you can use printables. You can actually print the eyes of the little Ksi-Meritos, which you can actually search on Google and make printables for that, and basically cut them out and use them. I'm going to first use the stickers that I actually got. These are the stickers, and I am gluing them to the face of the doll. And now I'm going to show you how to use the ones that I printed from the internet, which is basically the same thing. You would just cut the eyes and then position them. But the difference is that because they don't have the eyelashes, you will have to literally draw the eyelashes in. So for that, I'm going to be using a pen. I'm going to go around the eye and making an eyeliner and then the eyelashes. And now I'm going to be putting a little bit of color in the cheeks. And for this, I'm going to be using a lipstick. And I'm going to put that, this is actually face paint, but it's like lipstick. And I'm going to put that in the cheeks. And so that the doll looks a little bit more lively, I'm going to be using a little bit of nail polish. This is transparent nail polish so that they will have a sheen to their eye. So you can actually see that in the light. And for the underwear or the diaper, I'm going to be using nail polish as well. And doing different colors depending on whether I have a boy or a girl. And for this one, I'm going to be using pink. Now for the hair, again, in order to give it the shape that you want, you will literally bend it or move it to where you want it to go. And then for this, I am using super glue, which I'm going to put on the hair, and then it immediately dries up. And so the only thing that you have to do is wait for a little bit and then grab your scissors and cut however much you want to cut out of the hair, or style it however you want to style it. I also did some braids for some of the dolls that I made. So you can make different hairstyles. You can even make a ponytail to the back if you want. And it will be the same for the boys. So here we have all of the ones that I made. I thought that they were really cute and I wanted to share them with you. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. I thought you can use the same technique to make babies for your monster highs if you want to, because they come in different colors. So in any case, I wanted to share this with you guys. I hope that you really like it, and I will see you on the next video. Bye!